Hi beautiful, welcome to my channel. In today's video we are trying a new complexion product from YSL. As you saw in the thumbnail and title, today we are trying the new YSL Skin Affair Soft Glow Cushion Foundation. I just realized this had already come out yesterday and I immediately placed my order and picked it up. I looked up and I saw some videos of some creators about it, but I feel like it's not been talked about enough. I feel like this is huge. I'm super excited to try it. You guys know I personally love YSL products. I feel like it is one of the few luxury brands that I truly find worth it. I love their packaging, I love the performance, and it is a brand that I constantly reach for throughout my makeup routine. So for YSL to come out with a new cushion product is huge to me. I'm very excited to try it. We will read everything it's supposed to do. We will try it today and I'll do a wear test. Now, I have to film during nap time these days, which means it is 1 o'clock at the time I'm filming this video. And so we are going to do an 8.5 hour to 9 hour wear test today because I will check back with you after Evelyn is asleep. As far as the packaging is concerned, it comes in the usual gold YSL box. And if you guys are excited about this product or you want to try it by the end of this video, I have it linked throughout the video and also I have it linked in the description box. Now, I saw quite a few of the lighter shades were sold out at Sephora, so I'm going to link it down there from Nordstrom as well and any other place that I like that carries it, that has good shipping and good returns in case you got the wrong shade or whatever. So check out the links or the products tagged throughout the video if you're interested in purchasing this product. The shade I got for myself is the shade LC7 because once again I have a bit of a summer tan going, and so I'm practically going for medium shades at this point since none of my foundations match me. Here is what the packaging looks like, which in my opinion is absolutely gorgeous. It is girly, it is super luxurious. It's got this cushion up here with the YSL logo up front, and all of that is set on a gold plastic case. Once you open it, you have a large mirror right there at the top. We have a YSL cushion right here, which I will use today to put this on, and then you open it. And let me open this as well. There we go. And it has a sponge that is saturated with the product. Now, cushion compact products tend to be lightweight products, usually with a medium coverage, although they do exist in a full coverage. I'm thinking Tier specifically. And so I'm very excited to try this one. Let's see online what it says it's going to do. For reference, since these foundation type tryout videos tend to bring new audiences, if you've never watched my channel before, I have a dry complexion, I have sensitive skin, I have redness on my face that I am intending to cover with this product. And when I say my skin is dry, I mean desert dry. A lot of foundations that are highly regarded and highly popular tend to look dry on me by the end of the day. This product, by the way, retails for $49 and it looks like there are 31 different shades available. Once again, the one I got was LC7, which stands for Light Cool 7. It is claiming to be a lightweight medium coverage cushion foundation for seamless all-day soft glow. It says it is hydrating, long-wearing, medium coverage, non-comedogenic. And then as far as the highlighted ingredients are concerned, it's got squalene, niacinamide, and polyglutamic acid to give skin hydration and minimize the look of pores. And it also has amino acid coated pigments for lightweight breathable feel on the skin. It is free of parabens and formaldehydes and formaldehyde releasing agents and phthalates and mineral oils and all of the stuff that we don't want on our skin. It also says this medium infused liquid foundation in a clutch leverages advanced Korean cushion technology for a buildable medium coverage and a breathable feel. With amino acid coated pigments, this non-acnegenic formula melts into the skin for an all-day soft glow, 24 hours of hydration, and visibly minimized pores. So in a pinch, it is claiming to be quite fantastic. I'm excited to try it. Let's go ahead and go for it. And as I said, I'm going to use the little sponge that came with it. I prepped my skin already. I didn't necessarily prime with a specific primer. What I have on is my Caudalie Vino Perfect serum. And then I also have the dewy skin cream on top, which is the reason why my skin looks nice and glowy. So let's go ahead and go for this cushion compact. I'm just going to press some onto my little puff and go for it. One thing I like about applying these with the puff that it comes with versus trying out a sponge or anything is that the coverage is truly so much better when you do the puff versus a sponge. I feel like sometimes these type of cushion compact products can be lifted from the face or not built up enough when you apply it with a sponge. Plus, it is very convenient if you're on the go to just pat the product on the face the way I'm doing right now and to get this amazing level of coverage. So this is what the shade LC7 is looking like on me. Check out the before and after, because as you can see, my face is pretty pink today and the coverage is incredible. And the LC7 shade, by the way, I absolutely love. So let's go ahead and do the other side and just pat the product all throughout my face the same way I did earlier. Let's go in a third time to do my forehead. I just noticed I haven't gone back to pick up more products whenever I've done like the different areas of my face. I touched it once for this side of my face, once for this side of my face, and now once for the forehead. It's not a product that you have to like continuously go back in order to build up. It just kind of distributes very nicely. I'm going to fold it a little here so that I can do my temple area. It is fully applied, fully blended, so come close. You can check out right here exactly what it looks like on my skin. You remember all of the redness. You remember how my skin was looking before, and now it looks very even. It has a medium coverage. It has a very high medium coverage in my opinion, yet it still looks very natural, and I really like the glow that it has to it. So I'm going to keep going. I'm going to put on some bronzer, some concealer, etc. And as I said, we will be doing a bit of a wear test today. This is my Tarte color corrector, which was right in front of me, and it's one of my favorites. And I'm just going to blend it underneath my eye and on the inner corners right here. I'm then going to grab my Westman Atelier concealer in shade L3. Love this concealer so much. And with just a tiny bit of it, we are going to fully cover my dark circles and even out my eyelids. I'm going to contour a tiny bit by adding 1 drop of my liquid contour from Rare Beauty on each side of my cheek and a little bit on the forehead as well, just like so. And I'm going to blend that out with this Sigma F48 brush, blending it back. I did very little contour because I want to use a powder bronzer as well. So I'm just tapping that contour in place and blending it into my hairline. So for bronzer, I'm going to use the new Marc Jacobs bronzer in the lightest shade, Fair Pale. I really love this one, and I'm just going to diffuse it around the forehead, cheeks, and jawline. Someone commented the other day I need to blend my bronzer into my hairline, and it bothered me a little bit because I do. I do, but my hairs right here don't really let the bronzer blend into my scalp, which is kind of visible underneath the hairs. So unless I go in with like an eyeshadow to like make the hair look fuller, then there's no point. Anyways, I've been leaving my bangs down regardless, so it doesn't matter. But look, see, you can still see my scalp underneath my hairs there. By the way, I have been loving this powder bronzer. I just love how soft and buildable it is and how natural it looks all around the face. I love the size of it. I love the packaging of it. The performance is incredible in my opinion. It's everything I love in a bronzer product, because I love my bronzer products to be just easy to work with and buildable, and that is exactly what this one is. For setting powder, I'm going to use my Danessa Myricks Evolution setting powder with, oh shoot, I just spilled so much of it, with the pink undertone. It's my favorite, and now it's flying all over the room. Just putting a bit on a powder puff and working it in so that we can blur underneath the eyes and the concealer doesn't move and the pores fully disappear. Although I will say this cushion compact I think made my pores look really nice. Like right here on the forehead, take a look on the forehead right there, you can really not see them. It just looks glowy, and I don't like glowy right in the center of my face, so we are powdering it a bit. Bronzer and powder are on, and this is what the complexion is looking like. I'm feeling pretty flawless if I'm going to be honest with you. My pores are not visible. I can see some freckles coming through, but the redness is mostly gone. The bronzer is looking perfect. Hopefully it wears really nicely. Hopefully it doesn't make me look dry at the end of the day, or it doesn't get oily or anything like that, because so far I am loving it. Yes, I'm still obsessing over this YSL blush, so I feel like this is the perfect video to put it on again, even though I do put it on almost every video. This is my YSL Make Me Blush in number 23, which as I said, I'm still obsessing over, and so we're going to put it on with this fluffy brush, starting on my cheekbone and then blending it down a bit, diffusing it underneath the eyes. And I love this blush because it is blurring and it is so natural looking. So here is that blush fully blended, and as far as complexion is concerned, I really don't want to do anything else because I want to be able to see how this cushion compact performs throughout the day. So here is what it looks like once I am fully finished applying everything. I will just finish this up with some mascara. Mascara on, a little bit of lip balm also on. And this is the makeup fully finished. So far, I absolutely love it, but of course, what matters is the wear test. So I will check with you guys throughout the evening and at night before I take my makeup off to go to bed, and we will see how it wears on me all throughout the day. I will try my hardest for Evelyn not to ruin it. I'm looking at it very close with a mirror right now, and I feel like maybe right here it looks a little makeup-y. Maybe I built it up too much next to my mouth there. But other than that, I gotta say I really like what I see. So I will see you guys later. Almost forgot but didn't that I usually show you guys how things look like in natural lighting. So here it is. That's a scratch from Evelyn. So don't mind that, but here is what the makeup is looking like in natural lighting. Really nice, I think, so far. 2-hour check-in. I feel like it's looking the same. I do think for a cushion compact, I wished it was more seamless. Like you can tell I have makeup on, and I feel like I have other foundations, like the Pat McGrath one, where it just looks more skin-like. It is almost 10 p.m, which means I have given you almost a 9-hour wear test. We're at like 8.5 hours or so, and this is what the foundation is looking like at the end of the day. Now, I want you guys to focus on this side because Evelyn was rubbing herself over here for a good part of the afternoon. And so if you see that like I'm missing foundation from my cheek and like my bronzers kind of have gone, it was my toddler. Not the makeup's fault at all whatsoever. There's just so much you can do against, you know, cloth and skin rubbing against it. So let's focus on this side of my face because I made sure that she wouldn't mess up the whole makeup. She was mostly over here, as I said. And so this is what the makeup is looking like over here at the end of the day after 9 hours of wear. My only critique for this foundation is for personal preferences. I wished it looked even more natural than it does. And mind you, I do feel like it looks pretty natural. I was tempted to do a second wear test tomorrow, applying less makeup because the coverage was so fantastic that I was thinking maybe if I just apply a little less, it will give me the exact effect that I want to. But you'll have to check back in an updates video for that because I will of course continue to wear it. I'm pretty impressed with it. I think the packaging is beautiful. The formula I thought was quite incredible, and this is me having very dry skin. It did not get any type of oily throughout the day, by the way. So if you have combination skin, normal skin, this foundation I think will work for you. I never like to speak on oily skin people because I don't know how long it'll wear on someone with a truly oily complexion. But I think if you have combination, normal skin, it'll work for you. And if you have very dry skin like mine, it'll also work for you very nicely. At some point during the day, I felt like it looked a little dry over here, but after more hours passed, I feel like it no longer looks dry there. It looks kind of normal, to be honest with you. The formula is almost perfect. If I had to rate it out of 10 just based off of my 1-day wear test, I would probably give it like a 9.7. but I do want to continue to try it. I want to try it again tomorrow and put less on and see if I like that even better, because I have a bit of a suspicion that I will, but just because I wish it would sink into my skin like 10% more and so that it would truly look like my skin and not like makeup on my skin. For that reason, I'm gonna give it a 9.7 out of 10, which is a really good rating, okay? It's really good. I was in my mind, of course, comparing it with my Pat McGrath foundation, which you guys know I have been obsessed with for, I don't know, 6 years now. I don't know when it came out. It was a while ago, and ever since I have been obsessed with it because it just looks like skin. It doesn't look like you have makeup on, and I love that about it. Yet it still has a nice medium coverage. It's the most perfect formula. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this wear test. Please let me know what you think about this foundation and how it looked on me throughout the day in the comment section. Have you tried it? Have you experienced it? If you have a different skin type to mine, let me know how you feel about it. If you have normal skin or combination skin and you like this one, let me know in the comment section. Not as much for my sake as for other viewers' sake, so that they know other people's experience with the product. If you liked today's video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are interested in buying this product, I just love the packaging so much. If you're interested in trying this product, please check the links in the description box or the tags on the video. I love you all so much. I will stop rambling now. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and I hope to see you back in the next one. Bye bye.